My name is Damien Chazelle, and I'm the director on Vertical Cinema. Part of the fun of this was to try to think purely in terms of vertical aspect ratio and what that does. I just think back to when I was a kid, playing with much less sophisticated technologies than the phone, little old VHS camcorders or things like that, and just trying to do my version of Hollywood movies with what I had. I use the iPhone all the time, so it was sort of getting to know in a deeper way a camera that I thought I knew so intimately. We would constantly sort of realize things that it could do that we didn't know it could do, and to think about how you can do stuff beyond just pulling it out of your pocket and shooting.
Okay, go ahead and open the walls up, please. Open the walls.
We've got these as marked for the wall?
They're hard marked.
There's the accessibility of the phone that hopefully, a little movie like this throws out a few ideas out there that people could then play with literally on their own or at home or in their backyards. The spirit of it, of trying to just throw things at the wall and see what sticks, not just with stories or what the content on screen is, but how you capture it and what the form is.
You're thinking about how things are moving in an elongated fashion, right? You're not thinking about landscape, you're not thinking about panorama.
Instead of looking at a holster like this and trying to paint the frame, have a full frame of a vertical prop.
One of the things that's really fun about playing with vertical aspect ratio is how you can play with what the eye sees when, and the way that you can get an audience used to looking up and down rather than left and right, which is what they're kind of used to. When we did the body mount shot with the iPhone, the power of the shot has to reside not just in Tom's face, but in the environment around him and how it's weirdly inverted for us as viewers as he falls. Like any camera, it's full of quirks and personality and sort of hidden little secrets. There's no reason that we can't be a little more free thinking about it the same way painters long ago decided that, well, if I want to paint an image like this, I'll paint it vertically. This will be horizontal, this will be a box, this will be on a wall, this will be on a ceiling, this I want people to look up to, this I want people to look down to. Just trying to think of any kind of moving image as a little bit more of a blank page. That's another thing that can really differentiate shooting a movie with an iPhone versus shooting around your house sort of casually with your iPhone, is to just try to make choices that feel deliberate, and that's almost all you need. We're going to do a shot where our stuntman jumps off the top of a skyscraper. So we're doing it in two ways, just following him here on this rig as he jumps down. And then we're going to do a plate without the pad for the camera going over this side of the building where there is no extra story. We'll combine those two shots. Lots of kinks to figure out, but we're getting there. It's fun. When you're shooting, ultra wide on the iPhone, that's where you get the real feeling of the parallax changing. It's always a little more of that kind of punch in the gut sort of feeling.
Most of the time we're coming from elevation or going to elevation, so we're jumping off of something, flipping down from something, twisting down from something. So to have this vertical frame, it really gives them the perspective of what we're doing.
Okay, just stay in there. That's your kiss spot. I definitely think this little piece we're doing is just a beginning step in terms of experimenting. There's a lot more that can be done, and it's just a beginning to maybe show some of the options that can be played with, and there's many more that can be added to the mix later on.
Now, we're going to see something genius from some young boy or girl that's going to inspire us.
Knowing and learning that you don't actually need million-dollar cameras to be able to make something look good, that actually it's a matter of what you bring to the table.
We just saw the shot with the machine gun fire and the dust hits and all that. It worked really well with the vertical format, I'm not gonna lie.
It's easy to forget sometimes how many colors there are to play with in the palette. It's not really specifically just about vertical frame, it's just about kind of asking the question, what happens if we flip any sort of aspect of filmmaking that we take for granted on its side? What things stay the same in that new kind of way of looking at things, and what things completely change?
Lean back a hair. A hair. Yeah, that's great.
I think this is less also about trying to tailor yourself to one specific aspect ratio. I think it's just maybe trying to encourage people to think outside the box, period.